Good evening, groovy citizens, and happy, fantastic Friday. I hope you all take the time to watch the video that I did before this. That's why I'm wearing the same shirt. No, I didn't wear it more than one day in a row, okay? It's the same day. I just did a video doing a catch up with me, and I was showing you guys some planners that I'm using. And as I said in that video, I do have an affiliate link with Amazon. So everything that I showed you that came from Amazon, I'm putting my affiliate link in the description box so that you know this up front and you're not, surprised or any of that. And you can't say, well, she didn't tell us. Yeah, I'm telling you. And so I would appreciate it if you're going to purchase those items that you use my affiliate link, because it does help my business. And as I said before, thank you so much to those of you that are using my affiliate links. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Plus, I'm working on getting my store in Amazon set up so that I can put products in there that I've actually purchased and or are using at the moment. Okay. Now let's jump into today's topic, because it's Friday, y'all. So this is girl need to go and get her something to eat because I'm a little on the hungry side. Today's topic is how to finish what you start. How to finish what you start. So many people have a habit of starting projects but not seeing them through to the end. So here is how to finish the things that you start. Now, before I go into the things I'm going to give you, let me just keep it real. I am getting better with finishing things that I start. And if you know me, then you know my mind is always working. Do you all know that sometimes I actually wake up in the middle of the night because I have an idea that's just working in my mind, and I have to get up and either send myself a text message or write it down in my vision book because I don't want to forget it. But my mind is always working. So I am truly learning or trying to learn how to quiet my mind, because sometimes it's hard to do. I can't even really explain it all, but sometimes it is so hard to do. So I'm trying to learn how to quiet my mind so that when it's time to go to bed, I'm going to bed and not thinking. But I said all that to say that I am guilty of starting a project and then going, oh, wait a minute, but I like this idea right here. And I put that to the side. I've shared that with you all before, and I get on to something else. And before I can finish it good, something else pops up. I'm like, ooh, I like that too. And now I put two things to the side to start on the third thing. So what I'm doing right now is closing out things that I've started since the first of the year, because I don't want to go into January of 2025 with things still open from this year. I'm sorry, Lord, 2025, 2024. With things still open from this year. I want to close those things. Now, if there are things that I'm not going to do anything else with, because maybe I just decided my heart's not really in it anymore, that's different. I can close it out. But if it's just something that I've started and I didn't finish it because I jumped onto something else, I need to close that door. I don't care what it is that you're doing in life, people, places, or things, you have to close the door on things before you can start something new. Okay, now let's jump on in. I have, I have 9 things to share with you in a takeaway. Number 1, be selective in what you take on. I need you guys to really hear me. I need you to be selective in what you take on. So when you start a project, make sure it's something that you're passionate about. I can honestly say that I have started projects in the past that I was not passionate about. I started it because it was a good idea or it was a trending thing. And so it's like, okay, Michelle, you know what? If you're not truly passionate about that thing, don't do it. It's a great idea, and it might even make me some good money. But if I'm not truly passionate about that thing, I'm just not going to do it, because that's how you end up with a whole bunch of open-ended things. Number 2, estimate the resources you need. So it is important that you figure out what resources you need for your project. This means knowing how much time will be needed as well as what resources will be needed. And when I say resources, I'm talking about not just how much time, but how many people are you going to need to work on this project? Is it something you can do by yourself? Do you need to recruit some help? And if so, how many people? Is this going to cost you some money? And if so, how much money is it going to cost you? So you have to really, this is where I talk about getting in your journal, putting pen to paper, your vision book specifically, but putting pen to paper and writing out what it is that you want to do so that you can truly write down everything that you're going to need in order to make this project happen. Number 3, budget your time and energy. I can't stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. A big reason why people lose their enthusiasm and energy is because people underestimate the amount of work that's needed to make their goal a reality. Did you know that 92% of the people who make New Year's resolutions don't meet the goals they set for themselves? Excuse me. I don't know if you all know that. And I didn't realize that either. I know that because, again, that's been me in the past where I made a New Year's resolution and probably about 3 months into the new year, I've forgotten all about it. But I did not know that it was 92% of the people who make New Year's resolutions don't meet the goals they set for themselves. And this is why good planning is needed. So now I don't make resolutions. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I don't discourage anybody else from doing them, but I just personally don't do them only because I know that if you're not careful, you make these resolutions and it's just like going to the gym. Y'all know full well that there are a lot of people that say, okay, come January, I'm going to the gym, getting back in the gym, I'm gonna get fit, da da da. And they jump in with both size 8s or whatever size shoe they wear. They stick with it, but 3 months in, they start to fall off, and then you don't see them anymore. You might pick them up again at the end of the year. Chances are you won't. But that's because you made that resolution and there was no real meaning behind why you were doing what you were doing. You didn't really think that thing out. It was, hey, it's a new year, I got to do something. So just know, again, that 92% of you all that made New Year's resolutions just a few months back here in January of 2023, most of you all didn't stick with them. See, that's why I don't make resolutions. I get in my journal, I write down what I'm going to do, and I set goals, break them down, and I just do it. Number 4, stop thinking you have to be perfect. Many people put off getting started because they think things have to be perfect. Well, I'm here to tell you they don't. Do you know how many times I've heard someone say, I'm going to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z, but I'm going to do it when I get my weight down. I'm going to do it when I get a new car. I'm going to do it when I move to a new neighborhood. I'm going to do it when I get this new job, because they think getting something new or moving someplace is going to make the situation perfect. Oh, now I can get started. Honey, let me tell you something. There have been so many things that have been born out of chaos. Now, I'm not suggesting that you go through life looking for chaos or just living in it, but I'm just saying so many great things have been born out of chaos. So it's okay if things are not perfect. It is. It's absolutely okay. Get started anyway. Okay, so you don't have the money in the bank that you would like to have. Start that business anyhow. Do what you can do as you build up the funds to do more. It's okay if you don't have the latest car. If that car is still running and it's going to get you from point A to point Z and everywhere in between, use that car to start that business. Don't wait until you get a brand new car. Y'all feel where I'm going with this? Stop looking for perfection in order to get started. Because my personal opinion, and again, it's just me, my personal opinion, when we look for perfection, it's a way for us to continue to procrastinate. And we can tell ourselves, well, this is why I'm not getting started, because I don't have this, or this isn't that, or that isn't the other. You're just procrastinating, that's all. Number 5, make a commitment. You must make a commitment and stick to it. Once you start, there is no giving up. One thing about me is when I make a commitment to do something, I'm locked in. I am locked in and I'm not going to give up. The only way I'm going to give up is if I see that I am trying to do something that's just not going to happen. And let me say this, because I don't believe in giving up on people, but I've had times where I believed in someone and I could see that I was fighting harder for them than they were for themselves. And I don't like to give up. I truly do not. It really bothers me. But I had to throw up my hands and say, Michelle, that's it, sweetie. You can't do anything else. Because this person doesn't want to change. And you can't make them be something that they're not ready to be. But I made a commitment and I stuck to it until I saw I was just hitting a wall. That's all I was doing, is hitting a wall. And I wasn't going to be able to go any further. And so I had to just let it go and move on. But otherwise, you make that commitment to start that business before the year is out. Make the commitment and you stick to it. You may have to alter some things here and there, but don't you give up. Don't you give in, because there are too many resources out here that can help you with that business. There are too many people that you can talk to that have been down the road and done what you want to do, that you don't have to give up because you're frustrated. Okay. Number 6, connect with your end vision. So many people don't meet their goals because they aren't specific about their vision. Get clear on what your vision looks like, and then surround yourself with things that remind you of your end goal. It could be a vision board. Come on now, y'all know I love vision boards. It could be people who motivate you. I'm just saying, again, and I've talked about this before, be careful of your inner circle. You are the sum of the people that you hang around. So if you, and I've said this before, but if you hang around with people that don't want anything out of life, eventually the goals and the dreams that you set for yourself, honey, they're going to go by the way of the dinosaur. They're just not going to happen. Why? Because you don't have the people around you to help motivate you to want to stick to the goals and the dreams that you've set for yourself. So you have to connect with your end vision. This is why, and you know, you can call me bougie, you can call me what you want, just don't call me late for dinner. But this is why I am very careful about who I choose to spend time with, because I want to spend time around those people that can help me get closer to my goal and not further away from it. Number 7, track your progress. Tracking your progress helps you understand how you're doing, and it gives you a target to reach. You may want to create a project sheet that lets you record your targets and your current status. Then every week, review your progress. You will be able to see what % of your goal you have achieved. Tracking also makes you accountable to your goals, and it helps you stay focused and on track. It could be something as simple as a spreadsheet. If you know me, then you know I love spreadsheets. But it can be something as simple as a spreadsheet. Create a spreadsheet, and then you can on the side, you put whatever the goal is that you need to do. At the top, you can either put months if you want to, and you can note in each month what you've done to achieve that goal, or how close you are to achieve it, or however you choose to set it up. But it's so important that you track things. So a lot of things I do spreadsheets for. Some things I just go to my vision book where I can write down what I've done. I check off what I've done, the date I've done it, and any notes that I need to remind myself. But you have to have a way to track your progress, because if you don't track your progress, how do you know what you've done? How do you know what still needs to be done? You don't. So get in the habit of doing that. And then, number 8, celebrate what you've done so far. Sometimes we get discouraged by all the things we need to do that we forget about what we've already accomplished. I can't encourage you all enough. Make sure you celebrate your wins. It doesn't matter if you decide to go out and buy you a pair of shoes to celebrate your win. Do something to celebrate the win, because if all you do is focus on this long laundry list of stuff that needs to be done, you forget that, hey, I've gotten this part of the list done. Yeah, I still got to get all the way here, but I've gotten this part of the list done. Let me celebrate that, because those are wins. And everything you do, everything you check off is going to get you to that end goal. So why not celebrate it? You can treat yourself out to dinner. Doesn't have to be anything major. Just celebrate. And number 9, last but not least, don't force it if it's not working out. Listen carefully. Sometimes you simply lose interest in the goal or goals that you set for yourself, and you try to keep pushing forward because you've already put so much into it. Well, if you haven't, wait a minute, sometimes I can't read my own writing. Well, if your heart just isn't in it anymore, just let it go. It's okay, and it happens all the time. It could be a sign that it just wasn't meant to be in the first place. So if you are trying to make this thing happen, you've given it 1,000%, and it's just not doing what you want, what you thought it was going to do, it's time to let it go. And I know you're saying, but Michelle, I done put so much time and energy and maybe even money into this thing to just walk away from it. I understand. I truly do. But you have to let it go, because you're not going to get any further than where you are right now. So just let it go. Chalk it up. Make a note in your vision book and say, I've come to the conclusion that this project has run its course, and it's just not, my heart's not in it anymore. And one thing's for certain, two things for sure. If my heart's not in something, I'm just not going to stick to it the way I would if my heart was really into it. So it's all right. I know some people may see it as giving up on yourself. I see it as not wasting your time on something that's not going anywhere, and putting your time and energy into something that you really have a heart for. At some point, you're going to have to let it go. Okay? Here's your takeaway. Trust yourself and the process and get to it. You just might be surprised at how much you can accomplish as you continue to make your progress. So that's what I want to leave you with, okay? Trust yourself. If you are like me and you pray, because I pray about everything. If you've prayed about it and you've asked God to direct your steps and direct everything you do, and you trust yourself, you trust God, I promise you, He's going to direct you to where you need to be. He's also going to let you know when it's time to let that thing go. One of my favorite songs is "Order My Steps in Your Word, Dear Lord. Lead me, guide me every day. Send your anointing, Father, I pray. Order my steps in your word." Remember that song. Go look it up. I have it in my playlist. I was listening to it earlier today because it's a powerful song. Believe in yourself, believe in God, and you're going to be all right. That's it, you guys. That's all I have. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak life into you. Hopefully something I said resonates with you, and you will use some of the things that I've shared, because this is not a complete list by any stretch of the imagination, but there are some things that you can use to get started on finishing what you started, that you can really jump in and say, okay, you know what? Now I feel refueled, and I know what to do if I start to fall off, or I understand why I'm doing this, that, or the other, okay? And something else I was going to say, and I've completely lost my train of thought because my neighbor was waving. So we're just going to wrap this up because I need to get myself together. I need to go get some gas, actually, and then going out to get me some nourishment. And we will come back tomorrow, and I'll have another motivational topic for you. Having said all of that, if you're new to my channel, I want to say welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for allowing me 4 days out of the week to speak life into you. Thank you for allowing me to motivate you, to keep you lifted up, to let you know that if nobody else other than God has your back and supports you, I do. Many of you I've never met. I probably never will get a chance to meet, but I have your back. I truly want to see you succeed. This is why I do what I do. It's not about me. It's about making sure you all know that you have somebody in your corner that wants to see you succeed. And so in order for me to do that, I need to motivate you to keep going. Life happens to all of us, and you feel like giving up. But you have to keep going, because somewhere somebody is counting on you to do what you said you were going to do. That's why I want you to make sure you see through those things that you start. If this is not your first rodeo, I want to say welcome back. Y'all know I miss you and I don't get a chance to see you. Go out there, enjoy the rest of this fantastic Friday. Y'all, the weather has been nice. It was a little on the chilly side this morning. I was thinking, ooh, I should go back in the house and get a jacket, because it was a little on the chilly side. But all in all, it's been a great day. I'm not missing that heat that just makes me feel like my glasses are just going to sweat off my face. But go out there, enjoy the rest of this fantastic Friday. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, I want you to make sure that you are having fun and you're being safe doing it. Okay? I love you all so much. Y'all know the drill. You know the spiel. There's nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, that you can do about it, because I love you, and that's it. That is it. I love you no matter what. Whether you're going up or coming down, going in or coming out, I love you all. And I need you to always remember that when I say that, I don't just say it because I don't have anything else better to say. I say it because I truly mean it in here. And like I said, many of you I've never even met. and probably never will get a chance to meet in person, but I do. I love each and every one of you, and I want nothing but the best for you. Now, also, please, 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 you guys, keep one of my besties in your prayers. She lost her mother on yesterday, and so Terry, if you're watching this video, I just want you to know that we love you, sis, and you know, God's going to help you get through this. Our prayers and our thoughts are with you and your family as you deal with the loss of your mom. Anyway, love you all. Come back tomorrow. Let me speak life into you one more time this week. We'll talk again very soon.